against the #1 team in the country. And here it comes on a national championship. Continues running down a drain. Presented by Sonic. Misses today. They're 5 touchdown under. What a scene for Davon Booth. And his first snap in front of 100,000 history. He's got Dave now. We talked with Jeff Levy before the game, and he said the quarterback position again. And Mississippi State. Davon Booth takes it past the
lay down to the mesh. That splitter comes from
Booth again, trying to find the outside, and he injured. And now it's a tuck it. And steps out of bounds.
Being with tempo here. We saw it on the 4th down play, but now force that tempo in.
That is a huge. And on 3rd and 3, a straight drive, so he'll run it again. And he lowers his
defense.
Comes out sideways. That will be a forward pass.
Texas defense, Tom. He doesn't get a ton of run. When he gets.
And Parsons in a court and able to come up with a fake and snaps for Mississippi State.
An edge defender. Collapsed down inside. Just a.
Parsons got his start against, and they don't get the snap off. Has State going backwards here. He was a few years ago. They leave him in on 1st and 15. Block late again. They're using all of his way free again. And Parsons
deep enough as Anthony Hill is on a pressure.
This drive. That was passes complete, short of the date, but nothing to show for it. And we see the present and the future of this first SEC start for Arch. His grandpa Archie says, let's not take any same. And the first pitch and catch to Matthew Golden. There's a flag on the play. This is depleted Mississippi State safety Isaac Smith. Arch is 2, and he has it inside the 20 and a pickup of 6 formation for Texas. Sidearm and immediately Gunnar Helm.
Arch Manning is getting set up.
Now, he's been battling an injury. There's more! Touchdown, Texas!
They've hit the running back out of this multiple times.
Getting his running back in the right spot. This is Jet on Blue.
Back out of the backfield with this play. The back is used.
Bert Auburn on for the point after. And Moore's first catch in blue. Takes care of the rest. Virtually unmatched. For an update on a busy day in the league, let's go to the studio. By Peter Thane. Going down that high-powered to the run game. And Davon Booth.
Defense.
That's best.
Third hesitation there in the pocket. Not a lot of separation.
Bolden is back to receive this punt. And a fair catch. 46th consecutive start for Made. Open. Bond has room after the catch. Trayvon Wisner is in a running back. Ball back for Arch Manning's first incompletion.
Kelsey handled that.
We did. On 2nd and 10. And Bond splits a few defenders and powers it. And speaking of majors, his coaching staff, he knew how to spin. Taken down after a pickup of 5.
Depth, but mostly your guys still with you.
And Blue takes it to the 21. It was interesting. Alabama was built. I know how Georgia was built. Dane insists the ball came out. It did. Zachary Tillman is at the bottom. State does what it needs. Ball away from Texas. But on the football, and it's recovered by Zachary. And this will help State with some momentum. And they got Rome with Johnny Daniels, who makes it 10, a first down. First start.
The iPads with his coach.
They are run heavy today. Been on the ground. Johnny Daniels.
Game said David Binda has run over the GPS. And when you turn him loose.
That is a freight train. Play clock is at 1. And the second.
Correction, Carter Williams, game half.
Right, so State to a freshman quarterback line. And Jeff Levy talking to us before the game today.
That's where he went back to saying that running the football could be the. And I asked him, I said, well, how do you get outside of your system? Get greedy. And even sometimes if you have.
And Buren's first, and it's incomplete.
Great play by Makuba. He was 15 yards off the football.
Kept out of his hand, still caught. And a first. And a flag on the play and the completion to Davon Booth.
Holding. Offense number 6. First down.
Next friend. Up Booth.
to work on a safety one-on-one. That didn't go well.
Control time of possession in this upset. Texas leads Mississippi State. Off, and they're able to get some yardage back thanks to John. 13 plays. Line, it is incomplete. He
loses it, but look at the speed to be able to run past the
second punt from Nick Barmira. One Bolden watches
to do the work on high percentage throws. He's so comfortable to challenge the middle of the field. So many college quarterbacks.
2 appearances. Just a hair high as he misfires to the top. Incredible scrambling quarterback in his days at
didn't play football.
No, he didn't want to. And a run off the right tackle by. They all struggled in their first game against Arch, trying to get out,
and that may not have been the case last year.
He's on the Texas sideline in a 9. And Gunnar Helmer delivers a lick. Suffering through an oblique injury, trying to get help. It checks up inside the 40.
Boy, an excellent job by Tillman coming right up, making the most of these new reps that he's getting.
With injury. Davon Booth at Ryan. And picks up. He's no longer playing in games, among others. Before Benda finds him, and Booth.
PS earlier, an absolute joy to visit with. And
every day he's reminded of the picks up the first down behind Davon Booth.
But this is what they did to hang in that game.
State has had possession, 7.5 men zone. It is.
Covers a lot of ground to be. It's an excellent job.
Back to the Booth. Picks up
his defense. Get out of my way. I'm going to go get the football right in front of him and just trucks his own.
And ends up inside. And Mississippi State on a game in Jackson had the student manager parking right outside the locker room. He said, boys, make 1-11 all time against number 1. Game for $112. Out of the backfield, Weisner.
The other defender, look at that shot. Blah. Rilo, very important for this defense.
Safety was on the field pregame with. Here's Matthew Golden and Cox, and now staying in the S. Middle open, caught.
Poise in the pocket, calm, and that one on the money.
Kevin Coleman back for Mississippi State. And steps up to the 22. And Mississippi State trying to put their stamp on Kelly Akari, and Kelly Akari takes it for a first down.
Catch there.
Longest play of the afternoon. Back to the run. Johnny Daniels. The story goes, he's tilting the rock for Mississippi State. On second down, flag on the play.
Daniels, I talked to him about that very story. This F. Levy's offense, no brainer.
Second and 13 over the middle. Coleman, one of the top recruits in the
toss.
The big play through the air. They turn to the ground.
We had one run where he's spinning through one defender.
Dunner. We've already had one today in the SEC. Michael Daniels still able to pick up a few. Blocker, and he gets dragged down from behind.
That allows Daniels to bounce outside.
One of 4 schools in the country that have yet to run it up the middle. That was a loss of 1. Davon Booth.
Schemes in this run game to try and cause some confusion, and as I said,
Chris Parson, but Parson get field goal range for sure. Let the clock get to 2 minutes. Lefty from the right, got it. I don't know how many people were in this stadium at the time at all. Through the back of the end zone. This year a berth in the college football playoff. A little bit of room off the left side for Jale.
Boy, Lanier just
Arch Manning looking for his tight end. Insides forward. That picks. Clock rolling, a minute to hands the field. And finds the through 5. And he did that time. His first looks. There's the tight end, Gunnar Helm. Easy for him so he could play loose and carry balls and a little high. Asked 3 yards prior to that play and a flag at the.
They haven't had that opportunity to get a true.
Came in 11th in the country. Just
this offensive
backfield for Arch Manning. Pressure again. And hauled in. He all right. For the point after.
Slot fade. And Tyler.
I saw the same dance move from you last came to the table.
It was solid.
To get great field position. I don't know that their freshman quarterback. Their catch.
And he came out and that.
There is. And he.
Big time win with hands for playing down a little bit too far. Linebackers playing too close. You know it. So easy to be a little bit more aggressive.
At Andrews High School, he grew up going to the team that ever set foot and walking down the Tonghorn. He's back on his feet as we hit the half. Let's take this.
Hitting the hole like I like to hit at the break.
Since their 2017 rivalry game.
Coleman Holzer, the defensive coordinator for Mississippi State.
Huge hole in their longest run. Occasion was really impressed with Blue 124 and 3 touchdowns, and he said he did look at the tail end of this play. Was he indeed down?
Every defensive coordinator, coach, that's a punch, not a swat. I mean, he gets
famously motivated the team in 19.
Would motivate anyone to go play better football
with the offensive line, but
speaking of balls out.
Play act and comeback route for Kevin Coleman. Let's check.
Drive to end the half.
On second. And a first down by Davon Book.
Territory, you have to come up with some touchdowns.
I told him, one play at a time, go finish it.
And Texas with the strip.
And just battle runs possession again in Austin.
The game. Arch man-eyed and an easy pitch and catch, less than a foot. Looking, and it may have been a face mask, and Arch gets
from the slot.
Defense number 90.
I see down here.
He does have his helmet on this, and a return anytime soon. Wise
head of the face when he was going down attempting to make that.
Texas back to the with the carry. It's the Mississippi State team that's seeming
to the line of scrimmage in that game on a regular basis.
Texas. They're looking at so 3rd and 8. To the free by Bond up the sideline.
You know, you got a tipped off tight end out there. The screen game to Isaiah Bond and Helm. Just anything that he did prevented Stone Bland from making that play.
3-man Rives finds Helm.
That he's got it's so unique for a young quarterback.
It's off of the upright and doink. It was a 4th and 8. How about this season on 4th down? Manning is incomplete in all this entire game. They go to the air. Manning with the miss. Mississippi took points off the board for Mario Craver, and he eludes the first.
To go, gets back inside to pick up just a few. Defense I was telling you about, Tom.
And a squirt free to the near side for Johnny Daniel.
Run stunt there, though. Jeff Levy calls the
Daniel.
The reason that Daniel's able to sneak back.
Second possession of the half. Physical ground game, and Johnny Daniels. They're keeping it simple for him in the passing game. It continues. Zone read and a hog-tie tackle made.
It's aligned a little bit and had a massive gap.
Motion, little touch to him. And finds the edge, multiple flags, and the idea that they've got to try and make something happen. That's
tough, but I like my odds with
2nd and 18. Receiver slip.
This is not straight drop back territory against this front.
2. And in the backfield by Colin Simmons.
Colin Simmons is literally following.
Tackle for loss for the Texas. A punt chases him back inside the 5. Nearly 48 points a game. Longhorns have been long throw complete to Jonte. The running back, and last year this is a veteran way to the ground. And Wisner muscles his way up. They have not had consistency step through for Wisner. Let's check in with Alyssa. 3 players dressed at the Texas line. 3rd and short. Snap by Jeff Levy. College football that goes to one player using signals to get it to the other 10 guys.
Of that unit, offense or defense, still using
his first down. Results, especially from an offensive standpoint, surrounding their play action game, and he said, listen, the snap count.
He was pointing at one of the Mississippi State
deflection or movement. Arch with a coverage, so he uses his legs. Oh my! Kind of get down, run out of bounds, don't take hit. What a fantastic block, and Manning, and he's to the pylon.
Just to understand, go ahead and get out of the pocket. Deep.
What do you see at second? The way he extended it, it's touching the puck. The hand is in bounds.
That's when he decides to tuck the football and run.
After further review,
and to the goal line.
Field with a touchdown. That play. It'll be second down.
They've already cut. Gibson is now in a tailback. True freshman. Back sneak. Little detail, hand placement, hat play trying to get in. Down at the 1 when his snake again. This time at half of his body. Texas.
Look how low those shoulder pads and white push down low at that pile.
And he back. It is a day, and Steve Sarkisian moments ago talked to Mississippi State, trying to make some noise. Wide open and income.
Struggle with an opponent. Not every game is a blowout.
Another second quarter transfer was injured and lost. He seemed to be right for Van Buren that time. Quick snap. And it gets taken down deep. 4 sacks today for the Longhorns. Second down. Long throw to the perimeter. Caught.
They have separated themselves defense at the edge. Colin Simmons, we've mentioned a couple of times.
Sorrell lined up over again. And the reception
to Kevin Coleman.
Clock late. It's a 3-0.
I cannot have it.
4-man rush. Van Buren figure flag down. He's down. And it fit with their headset communication.
There is no foul for face mask on the.
Because I didn't see it.
That's in fourth down.
Within an acre. Bolden. Conversation with Arch and Steve Sarkisian. Tucked one complete. RPO game's pretty new to Arch. He's great in. Good vision. Weisner takes it to midfield. And a lot of reps in the RPO game to try and repertoire. There's Jarrett Gibson with the.
Definitely helps with that.
Game has finally been turned up, and you wonder if Texas has turned it up. Quinn lost all the bling. Manning eyes downfield to Jarrett Gibson. 2nd and 2. He's inside the 10, and he's in the 18-yard line.
Thank you.
All 7 have been charged. The offense
just didn't let go early enough.
Real recognized real. Catch made and a turn upfield. Of learning about the man when he went to visit Golden, and Golden shoved out of bounds with Sark.
Holding offense number 5. 3rd down.
He said he is amazing. Just one of the most high-profile recruits.
Quinn lobs it end zone. It is 27 yards. Completed 25 passes in this game to 25 different.
28-6, Texas, 9:30.
Join that list. By the way, I misspoke a moment of 25 completions for Arch Manning today. Back against Auburn. Nice touch. It is caught.
I'm holding on to that ball.
The ground. And Davon Booth, the Under Armour All-America game. Something up the middle. Anthony Hill says not so.
Rams with brick.
And a first down run.
Facility and on the field.
To the tight end. Vanderbilt.
Afraid to check somebody else if they're not bringing their lunch.
Back to the ground game in Booth. Alyssa.
This is a really fired up.
For Michael Van Buren. He's got easy run to the end zone. And horns down from Van Buren. Never spent time with.
That's not what we heard before referencing when you went that he was absolutely gorgeous.
Off, handled at the 28-yard line. Breaking. It was amazing.
Not anybody can push a brake pad.
One part.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm sure.
2nd and 3. Listen, on Davis in motion. Big hole. Weisner trip.
I think Georgia matches up fairly well with Texas late. Wasn't going early, but I think a lot of that was just off.
Tackle run. Weisner gets hit at the 38.
Running backs have to catch the ball. They have to block them to have to block out on the perimeter. Something you're going to do, whether or not they can or will or won't do it. Defensively, I'm anxious to see how that works out. Yeah. Counterplay.
It's going to be put on the spot like this.
Now you are.
With a rollout at the
home
ground game. Or either that or he's just doing his best Peyton impersonation. Arch back on the field on a 2nd and 9. On the end around. Edge finds the end zone on a 26-yard run.
That we know is light and thin coming into this. Dial them up, whether it's play action, rollouts.
Bert Auburn remains perfect
For the Texas touchdown. About depth, and he said, we're going to play more.
They even restructured their longest season any of these guys have throw a football, still trying to work his way a little bit low and incomplete. Thrown for 324 yards on 26. Arch has 5 in, and he'll take it for a first down. And that Shedeur Sanders, and then went to Louisville, and we school he attended, St. Mary's in the south side of famous Italian neighborhood. Kevin Cole, and to the point today, Texas, Colin Simmons.